guys, this is another video regarding my sound system, and why I've got it set up like how I have. So there's a gap between all four devices. I have put a blank strip across here, so I know that the top end, so all the sound frequencies and limiters, compressors and audio inputs are on top, and the amps for the speakers are at the bottom end. So my plan is to get a Bluetooth device here, and that can have up to 8 devices connected to it via Bluetooth, not cables. And then the output will go into here, and then all the way down to the last 2 devices. And that's the way to do it. I'm doing it, and I am planning of putting a fan there anyway to help draw the warm air out, so it helps keeps the electronics cooler. And then as regards to my amps to the speakers, for the Cam KD1000, which is this silver amp here, that is currently on bridge mode, which is 1000 watts output, 4 ohms, which my top speakers are currently connected to. So it's one channel from that amp is connected to that speaker there, and as you can tell there's 2 connections there instead of 1. So one of those connections is connected to my amp, and then the other connection is connected to my other speaker, which is over there. And as you can tell, turn myself around, and there's only 1 connection there. So basically, if connecting one speaker to another, and makes it a 4 ohm load, and there's I think, what was it, 500 watts total, so 250 watt per speaker, 500 watts total together, 4 ohm load, and that amp there is 1000 watts bridge mode at 4 ohms. These speakers are actually DJ speakers. They can be used for cocktail hour, for weddings, or kids' birthdays, small hall or something like that. But I actually got these speakers for home theatre and general music when I'm in my room, so there's no need to do any fancy works with them. And then with my Behringer NX3000, which is that black one there, that is also currently on bridge mode at 3000 watts, 4 ohm, and that is powering my sub. Now, the reason why I've gone with this sub on that amp is because it's the only small sub that I own. A lot of you will say it's a car sub, it belongs in a car and this and that and the other. Yes, it does belong in a car, I get that, but for a room, like a bedroom, it's perfect because it's small size and it's powerful enough for what I use it for. And if I didn't have the sub in the room, I would have to sell it anyway because I've got nowhere else to put it. And so I thought I'd just pop it in a box, imported speaker box, and I've wired it so it runs at 4 ohms instead of 1 ohm or half ohm, because that amp only goes down to 4 ohms per channel, or 8 ohms per channel if you've got one speaker per side. But seeing as that's only one speaker but dual voice coil, I've wired it to 4 ohms and changed that amp to a bridge mode, which churns out 3000 watts at 4 ohms, so it's on one channel. Because technically speaking, that speaker there is 2 speakers, so I can get away with it. But for all 3 of the speakers, they're not getting the full power. So on volume 4 on my Macs, you're probably looking at for the sub, I think about maximum 300 watts, and then for the tops you're looking at probably about 150 maybe. But yeah, and that's on a low volume. But if it's like full whack, then yeah, you're looking at 1,000 to 3,000 watts. So yeah, at full whack, looking at 4,000 watts. But that sub alone is only rated at 2,000 watts RMS. But if it's at full whack, it's 3,000 plus. Yeah, it's serious power. Even at like literally volume 1 on the Max, I'm still feeling the vibrations from it. I've had it at volume 8 before. Literally the whole room was vibrating. Literally everything in this room right now is vibrating. But yeah, even like I had that sub on that Cam KD1000 amp, had it on full, and the bit of paper on the windowsill was literally vibrating. All windows were shut, all doors were shut, and that bit of paper was vibrating because of the amount of power that was coming out. I am not going to be doing full whack on the 3000 watt amp because it will seriously damage something, either to itself or something else. But yeah, it's so far so good. So I'm going to shut that now. And then I know I've done a video as well again for lighting, but There's the lighting that I've got. Yeah. And honestly, it's an amazing setup that I've got here, just for audio and video. I might even watch the film tonight, to be honest. So, anyway, toodaloo. See you around.